Detail.
This department is just ordinary people that go out and do extraordinary things every day.
Raise your right hand.
I do solemnly swear.
The thing you want to put in them, or see if they have, is the passion to do this job to the level of importance and nobility that it should have.
When Sergeant Sestaro or any one of my staff tells you to do something, do it as if your life depends on it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, one day it may. Is that understood?
Sir, yes, sir!
It's one of the most divisive issues of our time, the interaction between local police and the communities they protect. Good evening, I'm Sukanya Krishnan. In 2016, there were at least 963 people shot and killed by police all across the U.S. There were also 64 officers who lost their lives in the line of duty, and the numbers are already growing this year. So what type of training do recruits get before they become officers? And what does it take mentally and emotionally to do the job? The Nassau County Police Department completely overhauled its training program in 2013, emphasizing nonviolent tactics. Since then, graduating officers have had no incidents of deadly force. Pix 11 photojournalist Keith Lopez spent 7 months with the newest recruits and gives us an exclusive look inside the famed, rigorous academy.
You will not be the same person that you were when you leave here. Do you have the character to be what we need?
Sir, yes, sir!
I didn't hear that.
Sir, yes, sir!
It's an awesome responsibility. You can take somebody's freedom as a police officer. You can take somebody's life in certain situations. We have to know that you know how we expect you to behave, and then you have to go out and apply that craft as an art.
Wearing this patch, wearing this uniform comes with a sense of pride, a sense of dedication, and a sense of commitment to the people of this county. Let's go! Get there! Let's go right here, let's go! Move!
A lot of the new police officer recruits come in and they think they're in condition and they're not.
That's a trot, recruit, run! You're number 160. Pretty bad that I remember that. Start running.
Everything that we do is philosophical here. There's nothing in this curriculum or in our approach here that doesn't fall within the philosophy of creating a service-oriented provider of police services.
If you're here for a paycheck,
no gaps, get up there.
You're in the wrong profession. It's just the wrong place.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5.
What I'm looking for as an instructor is the recruit that lays down and just gives up, really the quit that I call it.
Arms out, arms up! Fight through it. Fight it.
Or is it the failure? Are you failing, but you're still trying to get back in the game? That back in the game is the guy I want to work next to, because he's not going to stop fighting for me.
This is more of a calling than it is a job.
Down 4, down 5, down 6.
And you have to be committed to stand out in front of people to save their life.
1, 2,
You're going to be embarking on a training program that is truly second to none.
3, 4.
A lot is demanded of them. We want to make sure that they're ready to be Nassau County police officers. They got to earn the right to wear that shield.
Don't come up on your elbow. Don't come up on your elbow.
I think without question we have the best police academy in the United States.
Our role here is basically to teach a mindset of, if at all possible, we can avoid a confrontation. If something is coming at you that you have to block, you've allowed this to happen, so you've messed up a long time ago. But if the confrontation does happen, as far as the defensive tactics portion of it, we want to make sure we survive the confrontation. Make sure that you're thinking about the details of the techniques that we're practicing. Those are the ones that are going to save your life. You see them change level, you change your level. I'm going to control this arm, and I'm going to bring that head backward. I'm going to drop in, hip throw, hammer lock. Now look what I got from here. Hit, through, and reap. What we try to instill in them is there's a sense of you can get beyond what you think your normal boundaries are. Getting tired, gotta work. Getting tired, gotta work. And that's really important for us. 1. It is a difficult task.
2.
The option of losing in any battle that we're at
3.
is not an option for us.
4. 4.
OC night is the great equalizer. Everybody is just a police officer getting pepper sprayed.
There it is. There it is.
We can only push you so far with realistic training, but with OC, we can generally take adversity and put it right in your doorstep.
All contacts are out, correct?
We try to instill in them to treat this as it was real.
It's going to be scary for some of you. Good luck. Don't quit. Stay in the fight.
Let's go.
I need you to close your eyes. You got to fight through the pain.
Take a breath.
Retain your weapon at all costs.
Give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go.
Everybody fights. Nobody quits.
Come on, right here.
Quitting is essentially saying, okay, I'm ready to die.
Come on. Fight. Look.
They've had lots of challenges.
Get back. Get back.
This is a whole nother level.
Oh, man.
Don't rub your eyes. Don't rub.
It's an unpleasant experience. But it's something that you need to feel and experience because the likelihood of being cross-contaminated on the street is pretty good.
Buddy, take him.
It also gives them a moment as a company to come together, to understand when a fellow officer is down, is hurt, and needs their help. And the bonding experience that they get, it's unmeasurable. I just want to say I'm proud of the way you guys help each other. I'm proud of the way you guys came together as a company. At the end of the night, one of the things that we like to do is to bring them all together.
One!
We line them up for what they believe is going to be a class photo. But really, we're going to drop a deluge of water on the entire team at one time. It's a good chance for them to just understand the camaraderie, not only with themselves, but with us also now as police officers. It's kind of a welcome to the range.
Coming up, we bring you inside the gun range to share how these recruits are training to use their weapons safely and responsibly.
Since 2013, officers who've graduated from the Nassau County Police Academy have recorded no incidents of deadly force. The department credits its 2-month-long firearms training program, which takes an almost holistic approach.
On the command of gun, you will draw your weapon and take up a good combat, 2-eye open, sight picture. Between talking about the actual use of the firearm, shooters come to a good interview position. When to use, when not to use the firearm, decision-making process. Shooters, watch your targets. We feel very confident that they're leaving here with the confidence in themselves to use the firearm if necessary.
Good! Good morning.
I'm going to be the lead instructor for the class today. My name is Officer Riley. We focus on during their entire time at the academy is trying to prepare them not for the gunfight, but preparing for them for the entire encounter. In our careers, we're not teaching you to be competition shooters. But what we are trying to teach you how to do is use this weapon, if you need to, in the line of duty. We keep a ratio of 1 to 4. For every 4 recruits, there's 1 instructor. And with that kind of a small ratio, it's very hard for a recruit who's having a problem not to get help.
Work on the technique. Slow, steady technique, and then we'll speed you up. Okay.
I try to stress a lot that it's not about the hardware. It's about the software. It's about the brain inside your head, how you handle the person in front of you, how you deal with them.
The training that we go through is not gun, gun, gun. Our recruits that are police officers are not only proficient and efficient in the way they use their weapon, but are comfortable enough with their weapon so that they don't have to use it.
Ready!
This is a tool. If you have to use this tool, this is how you use it, this is the way it works, and these are the circumstances that you're authorized to use it. What else can you do before that ultimate step has to be taken? That really is our program. It's everything before having to take that ultimate step.
Hey!
Policing is a very personal profession.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
That's why I think we're one of the best in the world, is because we take that time to learn these recruits not only as professional police officers, but as people.
Upward pressure first, then slide to the rear. There we go. That's the proper way.
To try and target the areas that we see as training professionals to become strengths as opposed to weaknesses.
Boom, boom, back up, get back in the fight. Okay?
The world changes. It doesn't stay static, and they have to have the presence of mind to make sure that they fit this reality as the world changes.
Look left, look right. Make sure you know where everybody is.
For the recruit these days, I don't envy the average street cop coming out today. It's an incredibly difficult job that's ever evolving.
Police don't move!
When it does come down, it's a deadly physical force encounter. There's no redos, there's no do-overs in something like this. When it happens, it's in the books.
If a recruit is working at night, especially after midnight, on a weekend, the chances of that person in the car in front of you driving who doesn't use their directional, or doesn't have their headlights on, or is weaving in and out of their lane being intoxicated, very, very high.
Go ahead, PA1.
P1 Higgers, have you guys showed me out on a car stop in regards to a possible drug driver?
10-4, what's your location?
Can I see a license, registration, proof of insurance?
We have them train on car stops.
How many beers did you have?
2 maybe.
Doing a simulated DWI car stop. It's a very, very specific way that they're trained.
From the minute we saw this car and decided to stop them, this all becomes clues. We're going to have to capture all this on our worksheet.
Our officers will test their abilities to deal with somebody because our officers will act like they're drunk.
Is there any reason why you weren't able to maintain that lane?
Just a little tired.
What else did you observe?
He was very slow to get the information out. He was fumbling around. I want you, with your eyes only, to follow the tip of my pen. You see my finger?
Our police officers are trained to specifically look for those types of behaviors.
And you do to follow that. You're going to keep your head still.
So what we're looking for is lack of smooth pursuit. That was smooth. Somebody who's intoxicated will potentially show that lack of smooth pursuit. His eyes are going to jerk as they go across his field of view. If you're not sure, you do it again. Because your whole goal is to say, is this driver safe to leave, or is this an arrest situation?
I'm a little nervous about you driving right now. I don't want you to hurt yourself
I'm fine.
or anyone else on the road, okay?
De-escalation when you're dealing with somebody who's intoxicated is even more important because you have to exercise more patience with an individual who has less control.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for driving under the influence of alcohol.
The Nassau County Police Department has made it a priority to keep the streets safe, arresting 17,000 people for DWIs in 2016, ranking second in the state. Transparency is also at the forefront of its training, learning what it means to be accountable for officers' actions. This has resulted in an 80% community approval rating. The department is currently participating in a year-long body camera pilot program as well.
And coming up, we bring you inside the hands-on courses teaching cops how to neutralize active shooters, handle those with mental illness, and train on what they call the single most dangerous part of a cop's job. Plus, a heart-wrenching reminder of what this job can cost you.
As an officer, these men and women get called to all types of situations with a wide range of people. The Nassau County Police Department's Training Academy equips recruits for any circumstance and makes sure they truly understand what's at risk when they take that oath.
Someday you might have to save the life of somebody, yourself. You may have to step in front of harm's way to protect someone, possibly sacrificing your own life, the ultimate in service.
Fast, 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 fast.
I don't think the general public realizes how dynamic, how inclusive, and how complicated it is to train a police officer to be ready for just about anything.
I know the shooter is down there. I know that he's there. Right? I'm hearing him pop, pop, pop.
You may one day be called to a situation where somebody is actively killing people.
If I'm standing here waiting to shoot, I shouldn't be able to see you at all.
And you have to go in and stop that person, not knowing who they are, what they look like, where they are, and go towards gunshots.
Snap, move, move.
Got rear.
It takes a lot for them to be able to do that.
Try not to spend too much time right here, though. Even right here. And if you see that guy's there, boom, blast the door.
You need to know the right thing to do at the right moment for the right circumstance.
PA3, respond to the rear lower apartment. See the complainant for a well check.
Role play is really the first opportunity that we have to see the recruits respond to a stressful encounter.
How you doing?
Okay.
All right.
They're going to be responding to calls that officers on patrol are responding to every single day.
What do you look like?
The recruits will get a variety of different calls that they go on during role play. It'll start off with criminal mischief report, suspicious person calls, we'll have domestic disturbance calls, and we'll also have mental aids.
And then that came on, and they talk on that thing. Okay? So don't tell me I'm hearing things.
And we want to see how they do in that stressful environment.
You give me a hard time for nothing. I didn't do anything wrong.
You're making me angry.
You get involved in the training, You're hands-on, and now you're actually experiencing what it's like. It sinks in a lot faster.
I know my rights as an American citizen, and I'm not going anywhere.
The more times you're put in these types of situations, the better chance you have to resolving that successfully on the street and on patrol.
We are going to take criticism in our jobs and in our profession. That's the way it works. Sometimes it's justified, sometimes it's not. But it is never justified to lose our life. Everyone in this room is going to make mistakes. I don't want you to make a fatal mistake.
Reminder again, this is a car stop. Okay, we're good? All right, let's gear up.
Car stops are the single most dangerous part of our job. You never know what you're pulling over.
What we're trying to teach here is the safety in a car stop.
All right, sir.
What's up, officer? During simulated ammunitions training, you're going to notice that it looks like they're wearing Darth Vader masks. That's to protect their face.
Gun!
Those guns, even though they're safe weapons, they're loaded with simulated ammunition. It's a paintball. Tactics at car stops are the things that will save your life. If I can take your picture, I can shoot you.
Shot fired! Shot fired! Shot fired! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Walk this way!
It teaches the recruits how to breathe, open up their field of vision, and start to listen.
Driver! Stand up!
We can train how to handle those situations.
Put your hands up, all the way up in the air! Walk this way!
What you actually do at those moments during those times
Got a gun here!
is what you're made of inside.
It's real. It's real. I think we're seeing it. You're seeing it now. I mean, listen, this is in the news today, tomorrow. So this can happen at any point in time.
Don't move!
I don't know how to impress upon you enough that your life is on the line in this job. If we're unfortunate enough to have a funeral to go to, I think it's very important to get as many of our new police officers to the funeral to gather that understanding that you get when you go to a police officer's funeral. There is a certain feeling, there's a sadness, there's a sense of family and camaraderie, but it's almost hopelessness, and a level of understanding that the officers truly recognize that this job can, at a moment's notice, with no warning, end your life. That becomes very real when the coffin and the hearse goes by, and there's tens of thousands of police officers standing at attention in a show of solidarity, but yet there's absolutely nothing they can do anymore. You are now leaders. You're going to be sitting with veteran police officers to teach you.
All right, we're off. You could go from sitting there watching traffic, drinking a cup of coffee, to off to the races in a blink of an eye.
One of the things that we try and give our police recruits here is they're not afraid to ask for help.
Okay, so there's an audible alarm, all right?
If they're doing what we've trained them to do,
I need another unit to respond.
they're saying, how could I have done that better?
Go around back, we'll check the windows and the doors.
1053-2363.
Just check around the corners, make sure windows are good. Look secure. Looks good.
It's so important that you leave here and change what some of the public thinks about the police.
Pull your car to the curb. Do you know why I stopped you? You were talking on your cell phone when I passed you. We're just going to let them go with a warning. You can't drive with your phone in your hand, okay? We don't want anyone getting into an accident and getting hurt, all right?
Thank you, many thanks.
Police officers, not only should they be empathetic, but they need to be critical of their own actions and self-aware so that they can learn how to improve. It should be a never-ending cycle of improvement. Your field training is a huge part of your training, but you would not have gotten there without them. The men and women that work in this academy
As he lowers, you lower. Boom.
are the best trainers I've ever seen.
Boom!
There's a real good sense of pride.
What else could you have done with him?
If you guys do have someone that does have an injury, you're going to request an ambulance for them.
My hope is that the legacy that this building can leave behind now is that we have started that cycle of constant improvement in the new culture of police officers that are going out onto the streets. I'm asking you to be the example and the future of Nassau County.
The recruits are tested on their ability to engage with people, defend themselves, use their weapons properly, and safely make an arrest. If anyone fails the test, they cannot graduate.
Coming up, after 7 long, intensive months of training, these recruits finally become Nassau County police officers. The emotional moment next.
17,000 men and women took the last Nassau County police exam. The present class began with just 184 recruits. All but 3 made it to the end, making this group one of the largest to graduate in the department's history. Here they are.
Please join me in welcoming our graduating class.
When the recruits walk out the door, you're like a father watching your children go off to college, and you hope you've given them the skills that they need to go out into the world.
Detail! 5-8!
Because it's lives.
Wear the uniform and shield with dignity and show respect for the people you serve.
Police Officer Moises E. Bonilla.
Just 7 months ago, we were strangers, and now we leave here having forged relationships that will last forever.
Dismiss the detail!
The message that I would like to leave everyone who's viewed this video of our training here is that we're trying our absolute best to be service-oriented, to be community-centered, to keep everybody safe, and to go home every night. And we love what we do. And I don't have to ask any one of the police officers here why they became police officers. Every one of them wants to help people and make the world a better place.
What a moment. 7 months in the making. We would like to thank the Nassau County Police Department for bringing us an unprecedented experience and sharing what it hopes will be a training model for departments all across the country, all in an effort to make everyone safer. For Pix 11 News, I'm Sukanya Krishnan. Have a good night.